What's up guys, it's Justin with the Seat Shop. Today we're going to be doing an install for a 2018 to a 2020 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew or Super Cab or Extended Cab or Crew Cab, depending on what Ford decided to call it for this year range. For this project you will need an angle pick or a small screwdriver. You will also need a steamer. The cover here, as you can tell, it's got a mat pocket on the back. The difference between this one and the regular cab is going to have a do-on backing instead of a mat pocket backing. So here, of course, all the F-150s have airbags. So you'll see that in here. Airbags, some closed, and the attachment method is going to be these D4504 hog ring strips, which will get clipped into these orange festoon clips. All right, so we've already got the old cover off this foam. First thing we'll probably want to do, typically we recommend to steam it. This foam we actually just recently steamed, so we're not going to steam that right now, but we'd always recommend to steam the foam. We have videos showing you where we steam the foam, and it'll actually plume this foam up. It'll bring some life back into this foam, especially these hard spots that get shrunk down and just kind of compressed like that for so long. When you steam it, it'll actually bring life to it, to where, imagine this, and then that steam just brings it all back out. So that way your cover is fitting as good as possible. All right, first thing, we want to flip this cover inside out, like so. Yeah. There we go. Because what we're going to want to do is these D4504 clips, these hog ring strips here, you're going to want to clip these into the orange festoon clips first. So we'll get that. This will come out. Boom. An easy way to tell if you have a driver or a passenger is going to be the airbag. The airbag is always going to be on the door side. So this is the driver foam, this is the driver cover. So what I'll do is I get this lined up and then start pushing into those festoon clips. Got this lined. Let's put that first one. And you'll hear an audible click. It'll go like click. So that's how you can tell if it's all the way in. A lot of people will think they have it in because they pushed hard, but it won't be in, and it'll really show. You'll see cover whenever it's fully installed. These create that kind of crease look or sucked in look, whereas if they're not locked in, it's just going to be a floating look, like it's not connected to the foam at all. So with these, the foam on the back doesn't have, there's no metal piece back here, so sometimes they're hard to click in because it's just you're pushing on foam. So what I'll do is I'll reach my other hand here, kind of support where I'm pushing, so that way it'll have something hard to back up against to click in. If that makes sense. So we're in the second one, and there's 4 on each side. So I always start with one side, and then don't forget we have some in the middle, I think just 1, that we'll need to do. So I lock in one side first, get all 4 of those clicked in on one side. There we go, I got one side clicked in. Now we'll lock this horizontal one into these 2 clips here. Also, some people like to do the horizontal one first, so that way you're not having to have something holding you like when this is locked in. You can do that as well. You can set the across one first and then knock out the sides. Honestly, it'll probably be easier. I like to make things a little more difficult on myself. I think we get it too soft in the society. We need to find ways to make our lives a little bit more difficult. Clicked in. Let's put this on. And again, on the side, there's 4 of them. So you just want to make sure you get them all pushed in. There, all right. All of our clips are set in. So what you can do now is we need to basically wrap this cover around the foam. or hug this cover around the phone, however you want to call it. So I usually do like one side first, like this. Right, like we want to get nice and snug. I'm gonna get this cloth tucked up under and behind that metal frame. Got that. Same on this side. And I'm trying to pull the cover as I'm hugging it. So I'm trying to pull all this excess, whatever cover you might have. You can see that. So I'm pulling all that excess out as I'm rolling that cover over. And again, tucking all that cloth material behind that metal, whatever frame. Okay, so we've got that hugged over. So this is going to get wrapped up around the foam up here. So again, you might sometimes take a hand, push on the foam, and then you're using your other hand to kind of punch this cover around, if that makes any sense. It's kind of hard to explain, but you just want to roll that over, sometimes picking it up. All right, there we go, got that side rolling. Same thing on this side. Please start. Maybe if I took that off to kind of give me a little more slack on this side. A lot of this is just playing around with it to figure out what works best. You know, sometimes going up from the top instead of at that corner works the best. What you do, like that. And then again over here, push all that extra material back there. All right. I know what you're thinking. Whoa, that kind of looks like crap right now. Trust the process. We're not done yet. Still gotta flip this guy around. So here. So you'll see, if you can pick that up, or maybe this one, there's these clips right here. This will cause the suck-in effect on the backside. So these little yellow cable wire metal looking things, those clips will get clipped onto that. So as you put this over, you'll just kind of, as it falls, and clip it. You clip it, you clip it. And it can slide up and down, so you just kind of want to make sure you're pulling as much of it down as you can. So you're just clipping it in, right? See, creates kind of a suck-in look. All right, so here, as you can see, we got two exposed zippers. Pretty self-explanatory. Get you a flathead screwdriver, or if you got a handy dandy little pick guy, these work pretty sweet. You just stick it right there in that zipper. You want to make sure, like sometimes this will get bunched up, just kind of push that down with the thumb. Boom, boom, boom. Zipped up. Same thing here. Zip it. Push down. You don't want this zipper to start eating itself. All right. These wires from the top frame, these two little cutouts, we're gonna go right through there. So make sure to push those, but you might pick that up on here. And then kind of push those cables through. Boom, 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 boom. The worst thing you can do is get those clipped together and realize you didn't put those cables through, and then you have to unclip it, feed them through. It's the worst. So you'll see, so on this side, the clip is facing out. On this side, the clip is facing in. No matter which way they're facing, as long as they're opposite facing from each other, they will clip in, because what this is gonna do, you're gonna pull this, flip, that's gonna pull down, come over, and clip together on itself. It's a little tricky sometimes. You need to get a partner. You can do it by yourself. The best way to do it is to create leverage. So you're gonna like flip the clips away from you to where you can really pull on this clip and kind of pull down on that clip. As you can see, it's gonna take me, I usually sit here and do this about 10 different times. I feel like I'm probably just stretching it out. But I just kind of give my arms little breaks. No need to get mad. All right, take this time to reflect, do some introspective work, and then just try it from different angles. Kind of creating that leverage. Look at me now. Some of these top covers, you can do one try. This guy, if you got this truck, sorry man, it might take you a couple tries. The point is, you're not gonna get it the very first time. Unless you're probably Brian, right? President of our company. He'd come over here probably one-handed and click that thing. Dude's got some bear paws on him. I know, I got the little Burger King hands. So it takes me a little bit longer. Oh, I'm in there. We're there. We could get there. We got it. It just takes some stretching this out, getting it pulled over. We're gonna take a quick break as we get this steamer, because the steamer we have an industrial one, so it takes about 20 minutes to get warmed up. So we got the steamer rolling now, so we are gonna try to steam some of these, a couple of these little wrinkles out, and just kind of clean up the cover a little bit. So like I said, we got an industrial steamer. If you don't have this, you could probably use like a little clothes iron type steamer that produces steam to kind of get it. The main goal is you just want to try to get it warm enough to be able to massage it around into that material to kind of get those wrinkles come out. See, I can already start to see that wrinkle coming out. And also I brought with me some napkins so we can try to get it. See, it's already starting to get wrinkled out. Let's get that little spot right there. We got it nice and hot and heated up. I like to take the napkin and kind of just massage over it. Napkin's probably not the best because you're gonna get a whole bunch of napkin residue. So if you have like a clean rag, that's really the best thing to use so you don't get all that residue hidden. But what you're doing here is trying to get some of these cleaned up. See, like those wrinkles come out pretty nice. Bada bing, bada boom. Back here looks pretty good, except for a little dirt right here. Dirt. Alright. And that is how you install a top cover of a 15 to a 20 F-150 XLT.